It's funny, it's like mirrored. It's playing with my mind. Alright, I'm just gonna... I hear you. You gonna come over here and watch me fix this? Come on. And I've finally got it hooked up. Kind of half-assed, to be honest with you. Come here, buddy. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Lefty told me to turn the camera on, and I said, nah, nobody wants to watch me fold up the bed. Again. I've probably shown this half a dozen times in past videos, and it's an embarrassing example of how my mind works and how I have to do this the exact same way every day. Actually, I don't think that's nutty. It's because I have to fold this back out every night, and when I do it the same way every time, it makes that process a lot easier. Right on cue. Plus, I'm testing, well, I've got to assume that if I'm using this video clip that y'all can hear me, which means that my test of my new microphone audio cable is working, because I had another equipment failure when we were on a motorcycle ride recently, and that's going to be in an upcoming video. Make sure you watch that one. And my microphone cable, about a third of the way into the trip, decided to leave the building on me. So I had to get some more audio cables. I got a 2-pack, because you can never have enough. So if you're seeing this video clip and hearing my voice, that means it worked. I just picked up my mail yesterday, and I bought myself some improved camera mounts like I said I was going to do. They have to be perfect. They can't fail even once. If they do, you're going to lose your camera gear. So we're going to get outside and do a WALK. And then once we're back from that, I'm going to show you all some of the things that I've had to get fixed around here, because, you know, we got a lot of stuff going on. Things break and things get broken, if you know what I mean. Yeah, talking about you. So these are the kind of things that kind of keep me busy and keep us comfortable and keep stuff working. Are you encouraging me to rush along? Barely got my coffee in me. I want to hear that. Time to go. Time to go. Okay. I screwed up. As I was reviewing footage from our drive with the new dash cam, I realized two things that I did wrong. So this is the main unit up here, and the camera is like right about here. And when I mounted this, I was paying attention to the tint strip that goes across the top of the windshield. And I was making sure, like, I was watching the preview. Actually, I was watching the preview on my phone as I was positioning the camera to make sure that the tint strip wasn't affecting the input on the lens. And I thought I had it right, but I noticed in some of the shots, and I think it depends on the angle of the sun and whether we're driving into the sun or the sun's behind us, that the tinting is affecting the camera quality. So that's the first thing that I realized that I made a mistake on. And the second thing is, the camera, you probably can't tell, but the camera is right above where the windshield wipers clean the windshield. So no matter how many times I wash the windshield with the wipers, it's still dirty right in front of the camera lens. So I made a real mistake. I wanted it, up here out of the way, and I was really happy that I got it positioned where it was and that I was able to put the inside camera down here and everything was good and I got it wired nice, and now I'm gonna rip it all down and redo it. It's got the VHB tape that holds these things on, so I've got to disconnect that, clean it off, get some new stuff, some VHB tape. And I just went searching through all of my junk drawer and my camera gear bag, because this is in the sun and this stuff really has to hold on and not get affected by the sun, because there's a lot of different kinds of VHB tape. The 3M VHB very high bond tape, there's a lot of different versions of it, and whatever they have here, it holds in the heat of the sun. You know, we've been in just about 100-degree days with the sun beating directly on this stuff, and it's held tight. What I usually do when I've got to disconnect VHB, I get some mechanics wire, really thin, and just kind of shimmy it behind there, and it cuts through the tape. So I usually just get a piece and kind of wrap it around my fingers and then just shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. There we go. See, it just kind of shreds through it. And sometimes you guys... Oh, I'm sorry. I was wiggling the steering wheel. You guys are mounted to the steering wheel. I was going to say, you guys sometimes alert me to things that I've overlooked, I'll call it. Ah, this stuff is strong. Wow. There we go. Okay. That's got the polarizing lens on there. All right, let me... Oh, I never peeled off the screen protector. Should probably leave that on until I get this thing reinstalled, eh? All right, let me go get these things cleaned off. I'll be right back. Okay, I got those cleaned off. It actually just rolls right off. You know, you can just, I didn't have to use a razor blade tool or anything. Probably gonna use it up here though, because it's just so easy. There we go. There, okay. Now let me get some cleaner, just some straight Windex. That'll clean that real quick. Right there. So I can just see a hint of the hood, which is how I like it. So the horizon line is like dead through the middle of the screen. If you can see that, probably not, but... So that's how I usually have my camera, so you can just see a hint of the hood. And then when I share these with you, I enlarge that to like 102%, and then you don't see the hood. So first let me clean the windshield, and then we'll get these mounted. I think right there. Okay. There we go. Give it some nice wiggles and pressure. Now let me switch to this camera full screen. There we go. Try to get it centered side to side. More a lefty than me, right? Peel the red stuff off. It's funny, it's like mirrored. It's playing with my mind. All right, I'm just gonna tidy up these cables up here. That should be it. I hear you. You gonna come over here and watch me fix this? Come on. We just opened my package that I had shipped in, and I'm sure you all know what this is. Yeah, does that smell familiar? So I was waiting for the new one to come in before I got the tools out and ripped this one down. But it's time now. Hey, oh, you gonna start on it before I even get it mounted to the door? You knucklehead. Come on, scoot. Yeah, I trim this. You know, it has 7 rows across, and I trim it down to, I think it's 1, 2, 3 rows. Lefty, leave that thing alone. Let me throw this in the garbage. Again, I think that's the 4th one that's been up there. My dog has a little bit of a problem when he gets left alone in the rig. You know, he does 45 minutes, an hour, no problem. Does that standing on his head. In fact, he just might. I gotta leave a camera on one time recording. See what the heck he does when I'm gone. But when it's two hours or more, that's when we seem to have the problem. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, so right here. Which reminds me of cutting wrapping paper. When you get the good quality Christmas wrapping paper and you can just like zzz with the scissors, when you have good sharp scissors and the good paper, the cheap paper tears. There we go. Okay. Let's get this thing back up here. Lickety split. See, every time we get one of these, the holes are just a little bit different, it seems like. I have 2 sets of holes underneath this. The original set, and then I had to make an adjustment. We're landing in 1 set of those holes. All right. And then down here, I just punch a hole through the corner of this thing and waiting for my friend Chris to poke his head out this morning. He's got, he has one of those 100-gallon, I think it's 100-gallon, maybe it's 60-gallon. No, I think it's 100-gallon water bladders that he has laying in the back of his truck there. And he had leftover water, so we were gonna rinse off our power sports equipment. You know, he's got the side-by-side and I've got my motorcycle, because we're just trying to use the water up, because he's got everything he needs. And we asked several people yesterday in the area here and nobody needed any, so we're good to go. Yeah, I should probably save this just in case. Does that sound like a good idea? Because I'm not ruling out the possibility that we could be back here doing this again one day. Forgot I had all this. These are Lefty's boots. Sneakers. And then my shower slippers. And then I had Lefty's lick guard thing, which goes here next to his boots. And this is his washcloth for when I wipe him down. I have my bedroom slippers. We're back up and running. Don't be looking at that thing. Now I have a few other things I ordered. New camera, audio cable, and then I have a new, this is a clamp mount for the camera that I can clamp on, well, anything. And it's a short one with a ball mount on the top, so it's got a good clamp here so it can go on handlebars, you know, round things or flat things, and then a ball mount on top. Not having good luck with my camera equipment, my clamps. And then I got this one. This is the type for a helmet mount. You know, this is an adhesive pad. The difference with this one is it's flexible, because, you know, the helmets are curved, and the hard plastic ones come with a curve to them. But if your helmet curve doesn't exactly match the pre-made curve of the hard plastic ones, they don't quite adhere really well, and I've been having that problem. So these have the adhesive pad, but it's flexible, so it'll fit to any surface. So I can see, like, getting the helmet all clean and then warming this up, like laying it out in the sun so it's nice and flexible, and then peel and stick it down, and it'll shape right to the helmet really good. Because I know some of you like the helmet mount camera, because you can see as I'm looking at different things, and it's good to add that instead of just the handlebar clamp. And then this camera mount, and you know, you've got the full face helmet. You clip this to the helmet right there, and you get a camera mount. You know, you can clip it to anything. The reviews on this were really good. This, believe it or not cheap. It's, you know, it's kind of a boutique. It's called a Dango, D-A-N-G-O, Dango design. This isn't soft rubber. These teeth right here, you see those gripper teeth, and then it has teeth on this one too. So I can see this grabbing pretty good. I'm gonna give this one a try too. Oh dude, they sent me a sticker. 2 new mounts. I actually just put a new mount on the bike, another one. That one, you see, it mounts to my ram mount ball mount. So this is really sturdy. So this is a good one. So I've got this, I've got the clamp on one that can clamp on the handlebars, and then I've got the helmet clamp on one. So out of all these, I'm really hoping I find some that are super durable. You know, this one so far is working really well. I've already used that one. Hello, thank you for helping, buddy. Thank you. Don't grumble at me. Oh, Fleet Find item down here. We're going to have an episode of Fleet Finds coming up again soon. Some of you actually found something in my recent videos. Some of you keen-eyed viewers picked up that we have the Starlink, and we do. I've got this, I'm not sure how many weeks ago. Look at that. That's gonna work, right? No, I've got it. It's pretty tight. You know, gravity, it's not gonna bounce out. Yeah, I'm going straight back and unloading that. I've finally got it hooked up, kind of half-assed, to be honest with you. Come here, buddy. So what I got was the Mini, and the reason I finally got it is I had 2 requirements that had kept me from getting the Starlink in the past. I wanted it to be able to be used in motion, you know, while we're driving. They had that option available for boats or some premium, but the equipment was $2,500 if you wanted in motion use. You know, they had the technology, but it was a dead stop on the cost. I couldn't do that. So they finally offered in motion use. And they also, this new mini dish can natively run off 12 volt DC. The other versions, you could modify them and do PoE, power over Ethernet, and get them to run off of 12 volt, but they natively only ran AC power. So this one can run DC or AC natively. And of course there's a catch, right? So this one only came with the connection for AC power. So it comes with this is like a 30-foot cable here that goes in. On the other end is a wall outlet adapter that you plug into the wall outlet for AC power. And that's how I have it running now. If you want to do it by DC, you can get a cable. They sell a cable it plugs into the dish here, and then the other end plugs into USB-C. Well, I didn't want that. I want to wire it up to my batteries directly, fused, obviously. And I'm going to put a switch in line too, so I can turn it on and off. This is the mini dish, like I said, and this is the whole thing. There's no router. Other versions of Starlink, you had a dish and then you had a router. So you had 2 pieces to the kit. This is the whole thing. The router is built right into this. So I've got a wire with the right kind of barrel plug on the end. I'm going to roof mount it. So I had to get a mount for it. And I'm going to be mounting it flat on the roof. These don't have to be, they're not motorized like previous dishes where they aimed themselves at the satellites. These, you don't do that. They like to be pointed, like when you get the app out and do the alignment It likes to be pointed pretty much north-south, on my experience, pointing towards the north. So you see how it has this tilt to it. And this tilt is for rain and snow to come off of it. From everything I've read, it doesn't need the tilt for operation, for communication. This is just for the rain and snow. And it does have a feature in the app. You can tell it to melt the snow. So you can click on snow melt option if you got snow buildup, and it'll melt the snow off and run off. So I'm going to be mounting it on the roof flat like that. This is supposed to be good for in-motion use, so I can't see how the orientation is really going to matter. It might reduce the optimal speed, like you're not going to get the 100% speed, but it'll still be a functional signal. So I'm going to find out. So I've got the mount, I've got the cable, I'm waiting on the glands, you know, to bring the wires inside the rig. So I've got some pieces, and I'm still waiting on some pieces so that I can get this wired 12 volt. And like I said, I'm going to put a switch on it up on the wall in there so I can turn it on and off. Big step for us getting the Starlink. About 2 weeks after I had it up and running, I said, man, I should have done this years ago. Because when it really hit me was, you know, out here in Quartzsite, you get a good cell signal. I'm showing 5G on my phone, even the ultra wideband sometimes. But the problem is there's so many people, and once it gets more and more crowded, the cellular speeds drop down tremendously. And I started seeing that here. When we first got here, we weren't having that trouble. I was getting really good speeds. And now, during the middle of the day when everybody's using it, I can see 3 and 4 bars on my phone, and sometimes a web page is hard to load. And so I click this thing on, and it doesn't care how many people are around using the cellular. You turn on this thing, and I get awesome speed. That's when it really hit me. You know, in the past, uploading videos is where I really suffered. On my cellular, on my little hotspot, the best I would get is a 4-hour upload time. And that would be on a not really long video, you know, because the files are pretty big for a video file. You know, usually it was between 6 and 8 hours to upload a video, and sometimes as much as 36, 38 hours, like into the next day. So that's when it really stunk. So that's all behind me now. And it used to be a stressor, like when I was putting a video together for y'all to watch, knowing that even once I was done with all that work and the editing, that it was a whole nother chore to get it uploaded and complete. And now that's kind of fallen off. I don't have that on my back anymore. So when I say like I should have gotten it years ago, I should have gotten it years ago. The downside, the cost. You know, this thing was $600 for the kit, and the monthly bill $165, which is now my highest monthly bill. I canceled my cellular hotspot, so that monthly amount is going towards this monthly bill. See, that's my justification in my brain there. It's a lot of money. I mean, it's not all the money in the world, but it's a lot of money. But it's helping reduce my angst, I guess, over uploading videos. So, and then of course, after we get it, it goes on sale for the holiday season. And I did just get an email from them. They have a new referral program that they launched. So if any of you were thinking about getting Starlink and you think now's the time, use my referral link and then you get a free month. So you get a $165 month for free and I get a free month. So win-win. I wish they had that when I was getting it. I would have used someone else's referral and gotten them a free month and gotten me a free month, but they just launched that program. I'm super happy we have it. I should have gotten it a long time ago. But there's something about like the challenge and the struggle that I seem to hold on to those for too long. I like overcoming the challenges, but I held on to the uploading and the cellular challenge. I held on to that for way too long. I should have done this a long time ago. The cellular was okay for like day-to-day and video streaming and stuff like that, but when it comes to the YouTube and the uploading of the videos, it's almost like this is a necessity, you know. So I should have gotten it a long time ago, but here we are today. So if you want to get Starlink, you're thinking about it, click on my link down in the description. Get yourself a free month. Get David and Lefty a free month. I would appreciate that. Well, thanks everyone for being here and watching me putz around with stuff. I've got you on my super stick there. So how goofy does this look? There's so many gadgets and gizmos for the camera gear. Unbelievable. But who doesn't love stuff, right? And they're only small, so they don't take up a lot of space. I also wanted to mention the scammers have shown up on the Jackery giveaway video. If you haven't gotten entered to win the Jackery, make sure you go back and get registered for that. So if you get a notification from YouTube that you have a reply to your comment, and their wording this time was the segment from YouTube resulted in you being a champ. Something like that. Really strange wording. And it looks like the comment is from me. They've stolen my logo. And they have the Campulance Man. They put an S on the end of Campulance. Then there's another one where they have an S like Camps Ulence. Dude. You're going to hear Lefty's throat noises here. The mic is right there. Yeah, they keep doing variations on my name. Because every time you guys get them blocked, you're reporting them as spam. So I've gotten a bunch of notifications that they've replied to my replies to your comments. And I go and click it to go and see their reply, and it's already gone. So y'all are doing really awesome. But every time we block them, report them as spam, and they get removed, they make a new account with a variation on my name again, and they start it all over. So don't anybody fall for that. The drawing is going to be on December 13th for the Jackery. I'll release a video the next day. That's the way that you're going to find out if you're the winner of the Jackery. In a video on December 14th. So just ignore all that stuff. If you want to, report them as spam. That gets them removed really fast so that nobody gets suckered into their whole game. So I'm receiving messages from some of you saying, hey, I got this email that says I'm the winner. But all of you are saying, I'm assuming it's a scam, so I just ignored it. So perfect. So we're all handling these guys as good as we can. So just keep it up. And everyone take care. Be safe. And we'll see y'all again really soon. Did you just burp in the microphone? Did you see that? What a gentleman. Huh? What a gentleman. That's my puppy. Huh? You good boy? Huh? You good boy? Okay.
Right here, he's got to be off the ball, so he's covering up the tight end, Jeremy Ruckert. That's who they get the penalty on, and then here at the end, Benford, he goes right for the hands.
I gotta clean up the bed, buddy. Can you vacate the premises? Huh? Say yes, Dad. I don't see you moving. Don't start closing your eyes. Can you jump down? Come on down here. Come on down. Yep. You're looking the wrong way. Come on, let's jump down. Come on, buddy. Come on, there you go. Come on. Okay, thank you. Oh, big stretches. Oh my goodness. Such a good boy. Thank you. Thank you.